Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's Richard Unicorn Caller, and I am back from vacation. It feels so good to be back, seeing you guys. It felt like forever. So, I won't keep you guys too long. We got a lot to talk about in the following weeks. We're going to talk about spellments. We're going to talk about the Scroll of Fortune. We're going to talk about transferring characters. We're going to answer some questions about EU. And most importantly, we're going to talk about the state of the game with Wizard101. So, stay tuned for that for the whole entire week. It's going to be real busy for me. And hopefully, we can have some lovely discussions. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into the video. This is interesting, right? And this actually shocked me because I didn't know about this either. During my time on vacation, I got the Twitter notification. Apparently, you can transfer characters. Now, disclaimer, please don't do this right now. I'm telling you guys, do not do this. If you see it pop up on your account, do not transfer characters. We're gonna go into all the information about it and basically what's it about and stuff like that, but I'm just warning you guys, do not do it right now. Just don't touch it. We're gonna talk about it right now. Enough said, let's jump right into it. So, going to Atmoplex, by the way, follow Atmoplex, obviously. You know they be hooking you up with all the news, so definitely check out Atmoplex. But they tweeted out saying that some players are seeing a new character transfer button on this account section, on the account section of the Wizard101 website. Now, unfortunately, it appears that this is not a means to transfer EU characters, so I know a lot of people from Europe are asking me about, like, the servers and stuff like that, and like I said, I'm going to be making a little FAQ video and all the frequently asked questions, but no, sadly, this whole transfer character at the moment is not talking about, EU right now. This is just talking about the US-based, transferring characters from account to account. However, we will talk about that during the end of the video. Now, indeed, this is a streamlined way of performing a character transfers without an email. And so you'll see the button right here. We'll full screen this a little bit so you can see it. But the button will basically look like this. It will say character transfer. And then for the next photo over here is a full-on list of everything that you need to know about this. Actually, let's zoom in a little bit so we can read it together. Now, again, this is a work in development, so don't take everything so seriously. However, we're just going to read the requirements and stuff like that and just see what's going on with this. I know it's a little confusing, but don't worry, we're just going to go over it and see what is going on with all of this. So, without further ado, here we go. I had to change the music up, Here we go. So, requirements and restrictions. Before we are able to transfer the character, a few conditions must be met. These conditions include the following: that both accounts. Now, these are the requirements to actually transfer the character, and like I said, this is still a work in progress, okay? So don't just take this for everything true. But here are the main requirements and restrictions. So it must be linked to the same family account. So it has to be like unlinked with the same family account, right? So instructions on how to link accounts can be found knowledge base article number 992. You have been logged into Wizard101 game client at least once, and you've had no significant sanctions. Now this is gonna make a lot of people mad. So sanctions means like compromises, bans, mutes, or suspensions. So like if you got muted, then you will unfortunately be unable to do this. Now, like I said, this is all just a work in progress, right? This is still news to me too, so I wouldn't take this. I would just take everything I'm saying right now with a grain of salt, and maybe they can adjust it a little bit, but yeah, there you go. If you've been muted before, or if you've been banned, you can't really do this character transfer. So the character to be transferred from the source account must be at least a level 15, so it can't just be like a random level 1 account. It has to be like a level 15 character that you want to transfer, right? Now, the destination account must have at least one seat open in the classrooms, right? So you have to have at least one spot open for that wizard. And you can have no more than 6 wizards on an account. 7 if you purchase the additional character slot elixir, yada yada yada, or earned it through a special event. And then the other requirement is that you must have an active membership. So now we go into that type of paywall thing where now not only do you not have to be muted, but now you will need to have a active membership. So again, it's kind of like similar to test run with the paywall thing. It's, again, take it with a grain of salt. We're going to keep reading. Now, if you meet all these conditions, please note, courtesy transfers are limited to a lifetime maximum of 1 transfer per account. Now, once a transfer is performed, it will not be reversed for any reasons. Items in the shared bank will not transfer. You will need to place all items in a character's backpack, bank, attic, or castle in order to have those items go with the transferred character. Purchased areas will not transfer. They remain on the original account they were purchased on. Ensure that you meet all these conditions and have prepared your characters for the transfer. And again, it says that this family account does not meet the criteria. So there you go. That's how the whole character transfer thing is working. Like I said, please take everything I say with a grain of salt, because this is still new. This is new news for me. But it is interesting. I guess we can go into a little bit of speculation, but it feels like it's a little early to be making any types of speculations for that. So let's just talk about it a little bit. Personally, for me, I like the idea. However, I feel like the requirements for it are a little bit too much, right? I don't think I've ever been like muted or like reported or to anything like that on Wiz, but like, I don't know, the whole active membership thing, like you have to have an active member in order to transfer accounts. Again, we talk about the whole paywall thing and stuff like that, and I'll mention that in the state of the game video that I have cooking up, but for me, I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, I like that you can transfer characters. However, just the requirements that you need are really, really heavy. Like, you can't have been muted. You have to have an active membership. You have to make sure that it's on the linked family account. And like I said, you have to have at least 1 seat open, right? The thing about this, though, I've heard, like, comments like, oh, like, so an example, like, me and Nicole play this game, so, you know, if I wanted to do that with Nicole, right? If I wanted to transfer Nicole onto this account, then we both, I think, have to meet that requirement. Well, I think one of us has to meet that requirement of at least having an active membership. I'm not sure how it goes. Like I said, it's still kind of new to everyone. Now, let's talk about a little bit of Europe. Europe or Wizard101. You know, we talked about that on the channel a little bit. I've done a little bit of digging around. I haven't really found much information regarding transferring accounts for the Europe side, so I'm not really sure if maybe eventually we can get a transfer where the European players that play on the Europe servers, right, or just people that play on the European servers in general, right, and they could transfer their characters to the US side of Wizard101. Personally, for me, I think that would work because, number one, they are below the update, actually that might be a difficult part. Because if you think about it, these are 2 different types of games, right? Wizard101 Europe is like its own type of thing, and Wizard101 in the US, which I'm playing on right now, that is also something different. They're the same game, obviously, but they are very different, right? And so I don't know how technology, or I guess regional-wise, would make it to be able to transfer those accounts together. So I'm not entirely sure. We have to wait and see. For the US side, I have heard stories that people apparently have done many transfers before with characters. So I don't know about the whole transfer thing. It's still a little sketchy, but I just wanted to explain that with you guys a little bit. And if you do see that button, do not do it now because it is still a little bit in the works in progress. But there you go. That's how character transfers work. And I really hope that hopefully, in the future, we can get that for Europe. And maybe we can get a little cross-regional type of cross-save. I think that would be really interesting. But my name is Richard Unicorn Caller. I'll let you guys go, and it feels good to be back. We got videos coming in all week long, so stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions about the whole character transfer thing, I'll try and answer them. Again, this is still news to me and stuff like that. Again, it's going to be a busy week, man. I hope you guys are ready. And yeah, I'll see you guys later, and peace out.